So you think she likes you, but you're just not sure because she hasn't said it yet? Well, why does she have to say it when she couldn't have been more upfront about her feelings with nonverbal cues? That's right. Men often miss some of the subtle signs that are actually screaming that a woman wants. And she wants you badly. But what are these signs? And how do they help in confirming your theory? Well, you'll just have to watch and find out. Number 10. Exaggerated body language. Everyone communicates in a nonverbal language, even if they think they're not. That's the beautifully subtle language known as body language. The way you tense up when you're uncomfortable, or the way your shoulders relax when you're having a good time. There's no louder and more honest language than body language, which is why you need to be proficient in it, speaking and understanding, especially when it comes to communicating with a woman. One of the surefire ways to tell if a woman likes you or not is by noticing her body language before and after you start communicating with her. You obviously saw her across the room before you walked up to her. She must have caught your eye. Now think back to her body language then, and now that she's standing in front of you, and you're talking. Notice a difference? Of course you do. From then to now, only one thing changed: the intensity. Now this woman wants you, and she wants you bad. Saying it might be a bit embarrassing, but she's trying to show you that she wants you, and inadvertently making the first move with her aura. She's suddenly calmer, more open, and freer now that you're here. If that doesn't tell you she likes you and wants more of you, what else will? Number 9. Changing her scent. Most people have a choice of 2 perfumes when they're going out: the one they'd wear out every day, and the one they've reserved for special occasions, or for a special someone. This sign is as obvious as they come. Why else would a woman change her scent around you if she wasn't interested in you? You probably felt a spark the first time the two of you met. The next time you knew she'd be someplace you were, where the two of you were hanging out, you'd obviously put in just the tiniest bit of extra effort. See, now that you like someone, you start making choices that you think will help you stand out and have them like you back. Here's the thing. If she already likes you, you'll notice these subtle changes in her too. Starting with something you'll pick up on almost immediately: the way she smells. Now, she's putting her best step forward to seal the deal. And what better way to do it? Number 8. Putting on makeup. There's an ongoing debate on whether women wear makeup for themselves or for men. The answer is themselves, but it could work both ways too. Here's the thing. If a woman likes you, she'd want you to direct all your attention toward her. This includes looking her very best so that you can't take your eyes off her for a second. How would she achieve that if the two of you were in a social gathering and there were tons of other people around? Maybe other women who are eyeing you for your attention too. It has to do with makeup, or the way she presents herself. For you, she'd spend an extra 30 minutes in the mirror to make herself look even better than she normally would have. This is a very subtle way of indicating to a man that a woman wants him, and she wants him badly. So how would you know that she switched up her makeup just for you? It wouldn't take a rocket scientist to know that a woman looks different today than she normally does. It's obvious that she's put in more effort. But why? What's the difference between now and then? It's the fact that she liked you enough the first time to try hard the second. Oh, and this subtle sign makes a whole lot more sense if she's displaying the other signs listed in this video. Number 7. Never go wrong with a smile. There's nothing more flirtatious than a smile, and that's just facts. You'll catch a woman who's interested in a particular guy constantly looking up and smiling at him. She'll hold his gaze for a minute before looking away. That's her subtle, or not so subtle, way of telling him that she likes him, and she wants him bad. You're probably thinking, she smiles at everyone. What's so special about the way she smiles at me? You know if you compare the way she smiles at other guys versus the way she smiles at you. Notice how her eyes perk up when they catch your gaze, and they go from being playful to intense as the gaze gets stronger and stronger. Then right on cue, she knows it's time to break eye contact, leave you in awe, and then come back in for more. It's the simplest and often the most intense form of flirting. She could just come over to you, but who hasn't heard all the cheesy one-liners in the world already now? It's a lot more direct, while also somehow being subtle if she just smiles at you and holds your gaze. You know the difference, trust us. Number 6. She's in your way. Everywhere you go, There she is. Now, this isn't to suggest she's stalking you, or maybe she is. But the fact is that because she likes you and is desperate to know if you like her too, you'll notice that she's by your side every step of the way. Okay, maybe not every step, but she's always somewhere nearby wherever you go. This could also be because she likes you and wants you desperately enough to become somewhat territorial. That is, at a party or a social gathering where you'll probably interact with more women, she'll try to be in the way whenever another woman comes close to you. This isn't in a creepy way. Women are often subtle when they become territorial, and all she'll do is make sure that even if another woman gets a chance to talk to you, she swoops in right after and subtly asks what the two of you talked about. Trust us, she likes you. She's just being subtle about it. Number 5. Blood rushes to her face. What could be a more honest cue that someone has feelings for you and wants you badly than a subconscious reaction they have no control over? In this case, if she starts blushing immediately when you talk to her, how much more obvious could she get? When the blood rushes to her face, she won't just seem flustered, but you'll also notice her slurring her words a little bit. The first 5 minutes are the most telling. That's when she's trying to reorient herself, catch her composure, and come up with a great way to respond to you. You might even notice her asking you to repeat what you just said because she was too embarrassed the first time. Number 4. Enhancing their femininity. Now, what could this mean? Better still, how would this show up when a woman is trying to tell you that she likes you? You'll notice that she starts acting a whole lot more girly around you. This could range from a few less obvious social cues, such as arching their back, to more obvious ones, such as giggling and wanting your help with every little thing. Women start acting more feminine around the men they like, and that might or might not be a subconscious thing. They believe that by being more feminine, the man they like would feel more attracted to them. Subconsciously, they start to act in a more innate way to attract a man. It's all hormones and biology. Number 3. Tilting her head. If she's tilting her head every time she's talking to you, congratulations. She likes you, and she wants you bad. Have you ever heard of the good side of your face? You know, the side that you want to show up more in pictures because you believe that's the side that just seems more attractive? Well, this is kind of like that, but with a twist. Not only does she want you to see her good side, but she also has minimal to no control over what she's doing right now. The fact is that when she's talking to you or listening to you speak, she's drifting off because she's busy coming up with scenarios in her head of what she would have rather been doing besides talking right now. This is actually something that's backed by science. Yep, science says that if a woman starts tilting her head midway through a conversation, then she's subtly giving you the "I like you" sign. Now, what are you going to do now that you know what this means? Number 2. Flared nostrils. On the list of things that a woman does subconsciously when she likes you, we need to add something that science has backed up with concrete proof: flared nostrils. It's a psychological sign, subtle as it may be, that a woman not only likes you, but also wants you badly. It's one of those things that she has no control over. However, it's a good thing she doesn't, because now you know with definite proof that she has strong feelings for you and wants you badly. What could this mean, and how do you catch on? Well, in conversation, you'll notice that she flares her nostrils when she's smiling or giggling. On that note, you'll also notice that she starts laughing a whole lot more when she's around you. Number 1. Playing with her hair. If a woman starts to play with her hair while talking to you, tilting her head a little too, then it's as clear as ever that she has a thing for you. Women start to subconsciously stroke their hair, often disassociating from whatever is being talked about and focusing on the images in her head of what she would rather be doing with you. This is a sign of that, the fact that she's conjured up scenarios in her head. You'll also notice her smiling, her eyes looking you up and down, and her shoulders relaxed. These are all signs that she's comfortable with you and wants you badly.